Hey, what up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome to episode number 26 of the Road to Glory here on FIFA 19 Ultimate Team. So in the previous episode, and if you haven't seen it, you can click in the top right corner to go and view it. I'll leave a card for you. We were playing in the weekend league and, well, it was going a little bit better for us than what it was in the first day on Friday where we went 5-5. Weekend league status was we brought it up to silver 1, which is good. You know, we went like 6-1 yesterday as opposed to 5-5, so things were looking a lot healthier. And I wanted to make a couple of different changes now that the pressure's off, and I'm quite happy with silver 1. But I wanted to try and get to gold 3, and that would be less pressure than the games we have played before, because, well, of course, we're already at that level where we auto-qualify for the next one. I decided to sell Anderson Talisca for nearly double the price that I paid for him, simply because of that, and the fact that I feel like after the weekend league is over, he is going to come down in price. I feel like he's gone up because Hulk was an inform, and then actually Hulk's super expensive, so maybe people will sort of be like, screw that idea, I won't bother, and I'll just sell that Talisca, and I feel like he might come down in price. Who knows? He'll probably double. I don't know, but yeah, we'll see what happens, won't we? Now, the other thing that I'm doing so far in this episode is I'm buying some, well, one specific 84 rated player, and it isn't specifically because I think Jonas is going to be the one that's worth a load of coins. I just figured that spending some money on an 84 rated player when he's 1800 coins, either buy it now or that was the maximum that I would bid, right? It's 1800. I won a bunch, I lost a bunch, but I spent like 50,000 coins or 40,000 coins on Jonas's. So eventually we got like 20 odd of them, and I won them, as you can see on screen right now, just because I feel like with the SBCs, like, you know, a little bit like the Verratti idea the other day, which we have already profited on, by the way. It just seemed like a wise move that whilst 84s were so cheap, at some point in time they will go up, right? Like, did we not get Ultimate Scream similarly timed to this last year? I can't quite remember, but I get a feeling that 84s at some point in time, someone like Jonas, who's Brazilian, links to a higher rated player like Brahimi, like, it seems like a wise move to pick up some 84s whilst I don't need the coins. So that's what I did, and we can now go on into the gameplay where I need 3 wins. I've got loads of games remaining, but I need 3 wins in order to get gold 3, which will guarantee us 2 red gold players, or red team of the week players, as well as a 50k pack, a couple of 35k packs, some coins as well. It would be pretty big money for the Road to Glory, yes. And guys, I haven't said it yet, have I? Do me a favor, remember to smash a thumbs up on today's video. If you haven't done so already, I greatly appreciate your support. It means the world to me. The series has gone down better than ever, and I can only say thank you to you guys for that. It's been insane. So things are looking good in the very first game we go into of the day, because I go 2-0 up with 2 pretty early goals from Eden Hazard. I do, however, then concede a kickoff goal. That is to happen, but the one thing I was trying to do was keep like a level head whilst playing these games, because yes, I was sitting on some confidence from the day before where we went 6-1 and things were actually starting to look up for me. I was actually enjoying the team, managing to scrape results. Things were going my way. So with the pressure off, I figured, hey, even if I lose a couple of games, even if things go completely against me, try not to get stressed out about it and try to just continue playing, because I've got so many games left that I would get 3 wins eventually, right? We will get gold 3. It's just a matter of how long it takes. But this game went super well for me in the first half, and I ended up scoring 5 goals in 45 minutes, and my opponent was able to get a couple. It did worry me a little bit when Rashford scored there in early doors in the second half to bring it back to 5-3. That's a 2-goal difference, and I never feel comfortable with that. I don't even feel comfortable with a 3-goal difference on this game, but we were able to hit a nice finesse shot with Roberto Firmino to get back to that 3-goal level, and I feel comfortable now because it's the 77th minute. I'm not going to, well, I hope that I would never bottle a game with 13 minutes to go with a 3-goal lead, although I'm sure it's probably been done, right? So a nice, good, convincing first game brings us up to that 12-win mark. Only 2 to go then, and we've got so many games remaining for us to hit this gold 3 target. Next game, nice team, real nice team. Actually, mainly Prem, but he's got Talisca, he's got Paulinho, he's got a blue Rashford, which I'm very jealous of, looks awesome, and I would say this was a very, very solid player that I came up against. You got to remember that at this point in time, I was on like +6 or +7 form. So with the swings and roundabouts that you can get, I could be playing someone who's on like +12 form or something, which, you know, is nearly as high as it gets. Someone that was having a really, really good time on FUT Champs. But you never know what you're actually playing against. All I would say is that this guy was good, and I got really lucky to win this match. I won 2-1, and I didn't really have that many opportunities, or at least I feel like this guy was a better player than me. It just so happened that a couple of finesse shots came my way. I took those chances, and I was able to get the win. And I feel like that's the sort of game where I win because the pressure's off me. I don't really care what happens. I'm just trying to keep calm and play football, and you know, I'm able to hold my own in the latter stages of the game, which is not something I'm usually good at. So next game we come up against Ramos. We come up against a red Josh King, like a nice squad. This guy's obviously played FUT Champs last week. He's got a red informed Josh King. I go 1-0 up. Heung-min Son hit a little low driven shot there. Got some really, really good advice from you guys that when you are one-on-one with the goalkeeper, finesse shots aren't necessarily the best way forward, and it's actually to hit finesse low driven shots, and that's exactly what I did right there. A lot of the time I would go for a finesse shot in that situation, and the goalkeeper would get a hand to it, and it would just go off for a corner, and, well, I'd more than likely score the corner, right, because it's FIFA 19. No, like, I'm 2-0 up in this game. All thanks to low-driven shots, which are not something that I really had in my locker at the very, very start. You know, I've only just started to implement them, and they're working quite well. You have to be very accurate with them because they do skew off wide of the post really quite easily, but I do find that the keepers aren't able to get down that easily, so they are a decent shot to take if you can master them. So I tried to hold off from the pressure from this guy as long as I could, but eventually he did get 2 goals back. I hardly had any shots in the second half. That was one of them. A kickoff goal where I got so unbelievably lucky and then just hit a green time finesse to get Son's hat-trick right there. But even then, I couldn't hold out until the end of the game. 91st minute here, he is able to get the equalizer to push this one to extra time. It was just relentless amounts of pressure, and I couldn't clear the ball, and that's just how it goes, right? And you can see he's had a much better game than me. 11 shots on target. I've basically been lucky to stay in this game, let alone you know, push it towards extra time. But the better team did prevail in the end here. He gets that lovely goal with Wijnaldum, the blue UCL version, and there was no getting back into the game. I went all out attack. I couldn't quite do it. So fair play to Theo. Yeah, good game, bro. You actually got the win there, and it was a little bit frustrating. I don't like losing, but again, I was like, the pressure's off. We'll just go into another game. If we lose this one, then I might start to get a little bit heated. But it doesn't matter. I've got so many games, and all I need is one more win to get myself that goal 3 threshold, so it's going to be all good. I'll finally come up against someone who's worse than me at some point in time, right? And we get a goal. No, we hit the post in this one. I'm going to show you extended highlights from this game right here. We get through again with Heung-min Son. I go for the low-driven shot, but his David De Gea was incredible at saving them. That's one keeper that I've come up against so far that I've been like, whoa, I really struggle. I guess there are maybe a couple more, like Courtois is always difficult to play against. Lloris always saves one-on-ones against me. I don't care who I'm playing against. Lloris is always a beast. But then again, a lot of people say that he's rubbish. He's too short and stuff on this game. I don't know. He's good against me a lot of the time, to the point where I've thought sometimes about maybe bringing in Lloris. Handanovic is always quite good as well in the one-on-one situations. He's been great for me anyway. But as you can see, we're into the second half here and it's still 0-0. So both our keepers are doing work, and it's quite difficult to break each other down. Dele Alli goes for something a little bit different. Oh yeah, I bought Dele Alli, by the way, and I've been using him for the last stretch of games here. I don't like that Dembele's stamina is so low that I get a little bit annoyed with it and I have to sub him off all the time. So I figured, hey, we'll try Dele Alli out and see if he's any good, right? I eventually get a goal, and it is, of course, a finesse shot. Not a perfectly timed one, but just a regular finesse shot with Bobby Firmino. I actually timed it late, but that doesn't necessarily make a difference. It just means it's a regular shot, right? And then I get, that's definitely not a kickoff goal. I think there's been quite a few minutes in between there, but he does get an equaliser with Jamie Vardy, who is someone which just has that luck factor, right? He's always in the right spot at the right time. He's an incredible player for only an 82 rating. Like, he's super sweaty, and if you know how to use Vardy, you're going to have a good time. However, Hazard plays it through to Heung-min Son here. I've got a little bit of space, and I hit a low-driven Perfectly green timed shot, and it flies into the back of the net. What a goal that was from Heung-min Son. And that, my friends, is what is going to take us up to the dizzy heights of Gold 3. And that is where we're going to be stopping in the Weekend League. I know I'm on some decent form, but Gold 2 doesn't really do it for me. I feel like I want to get the 50k pack as opposed to a rare mega pack. And I feel like there's not enough skill in me to get all the way up to Gold 1. So I'm absolutely buzzing to say that we do get 2 red Team of the Week players in the coming few days. Whenever awards come out on Thursday, I'll bring a video out for you guys as soon as possible. And yeah, I'm really happy with that. So we go from being 5-5 to being 14-7, which means we're on a 9-2 streak right now, which is actually really quite good for someone as average as I am on this game. I was thoroughly happy of how we played in the last day or so, and a lot of it was just trying to keep my cool, trying not to get completely and utterly wound up by this game. And it does wind me up. We're still only 5 out of 8 games away we're 3 out of 8 games away now from getting another FUT swap player, and then 5 division rival matches we need to play at some point. I'll do that over the next couple of days. What is kind of crazy though, guys, is that I'm still Gold 1 in squad battles. I can't believe that. I haven't really played much for the past few days because I've been focusing on Weekend League, but I will hopefully top that off to make sure that I stay in Gold 1. If Gold 2 happens, it's just not the end of the world either. But I played 21 Weekend League matches and I'm still ranked 3 in division rivals. That baffles me. To try and get up to rank 2 and rank 1 in rivals is just not worth your time and effort. It really isn't. It seems crazy how many games people are playing. I'm absolutely fine with taking rank 3 rivals rewards, Gold 3 FUT Champions rewards, 2 red player picks, squad battles rewards as well. The club is going to come into some money over the next few days, that is for sure. And with that, maybe we get some pack luck. Maybe we get someone that can improve the squad even further. You know, I've obviously switched out Lucas for Hazard, but Hazard's just a loan, so we can't continue with that. Who would be that player to bring in? You know, if we get super lucky and get loads of crazy informs or loads of crazy player picks that we could, well, not player picks, if we get loads of picks from packs, players from packs, I'm literally like forgetting all my words right now. If we get loads of good pack luck, then we could sell it on. Maybe we go for like a Mo Salah or just someone better, like maybe a Riyad Mahrez could come in the squad. I could probably afford him now. But yeah, that is going to wrap things up for today's episode, guys. If you have enjoyed, do me a favor, smash a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. Again, if we could try and push for over 1,000 likes, that would be insane. Leave your comments down below. What did you get in the Weekend League? I'm curious to know how many games you had left, what your overall rank was. I'm curious. So yeah, have a lovely day. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.